dude.
Is that from Shark Tale? It sounds like Shark Tale to me, but it might not be. Oh, it's not based on your face. I'm assuming it's not Shark Tale.
I'm embarrassed for you.
I'm Maddie.
And I'm Carolyn.
And we're okay, ready?
Yeah.
And we're just some podcast. Why didn't you do it?
I thought you said that we weren't doing it. I thought we were doing that. I thought you were doing it with me. Oh, and we're just some podcast.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Just yeah.
My back hurts.
Yeah, from all the roller coasters last week.
Yes.
That's what it was.
That was fun. I'm happy that we went to Disney.
Yeah, last week Maddie and I were not doing recording because we were in California, which was really fun.
And the day that we were supposed to travel back, we were like,
Disneyland instead of traveling back.
Disney instead of so we went to Disney.
Oh yeah, we're both wearing our Disney stuff. That's crazy.
That's
This
so
is my
funny.
Star Tours shirt.
I was getting
The back
cold.
has C-3PO on it.
It's cold in this house.
Was it cold in Arizona today?
I think it's 65. It's pretty cold.
It's cold in Colorado today. It's 39.
Okay. Well,
And it's super windy, dude. It's like when you walk outside. You guys know that scene from Sky High?
yes.
You know the scene from Sky High where the guys are running around him and he can't breathe because it's so windy? That's how it feels
Yeah.
every time I leave my apartment. I'm like clutching my chest. I've got like my goth hair and my red streaks. And I'm like,
Dude, she should have been with him in that movie. Oh, damn.
dude, she should have been enemies to lovers.
Enemies
But,
to lovers. Oh,
Yeah, because what was his name? Will was the main guy. He was being lame. Was his name Will? I feel like his
I
name was
don't
Will.
remember.
Will Stronghold, I think.
maybe.
I
Probably.
think is his name.
I feel
Elena,
like
if you're
that.
screaming what his actual name is, I'm so sorry. But I think his name is Will Stronghold.
And hey, my voice is semi-back.
I know, Maddie lost her voice, so we were signing and whispering and just having a grand old time on the road. Because we drove
Yeah.
to Cali from Arizona and then we're driving around LA for like a whole week and stopped in Santa Barbara, saw Elena, and then went to California.
Mm-hmm.
And then went to
We
California.
went
and
to
then
California.
Disneyland.
Do you mean we went to like Anaheim?
Went to Disneyland. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
great.
It was great. It was fun. I mean, it was
But-
fun for the most part.
Yeah, some of the days were long and we were tired, but for the most part, it was just like nonstop
Yeah. We're just like,
laughing and
oh, do we?
craziness.
How many more stores do we have to? I'm losing track. How many more stores?
How many more highways are there in LA?
Apparently a lot. Oh shoot! I didn't pay the tolls. Oh well.
Well, it's been a week. Have they even
They'll
been-
send me a letter.
Yeah.
They'll send me a letter.
They send you a letter that's like, we are repossessing your car.
Don't even joke about that. I'd kill myself. You can't take my Bruce away from me. Yeah. California. Yeah, try finding me here. Okay, well, so Carolyn, what are we watching and reading this week?
Dude, this is about to be a freaking
It's
no.
queso. I know she's
It's
watching queso.
queso.
You know why I know
I'm
that?
watching.
Because when we were in the hotel, she was like, "Hey, do you want to watch something?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." She turned on queso.
She was
brought
streaming. I missed
she brought
5
her
streams
cord.
last week.
Oh no! What are we gonna do? What will we do, Carolyn? She brought her cord. She hooked it up to the hotel TV, and then, hey, hotel, if you're listening to this, close your ears. And then we hacked the TV to where we could watch it, and it was just queso.
It was great. It was beautiful.
It was just queso. I do love
Well,
queso.
actually, we watched. Okay, here's a great film that we watched for those of you interested in film.
did not.
We watched
No, we did
Framed
not.
by My Fiance, which has got to be the worst movie I've ever seen in my life.
I don't think that's
like-
the worst movie I've ever seen. in
Well,
my life.
okay, but as for like production value, worst. Because you can watch
No.
a bad movie that has good production value. This was a bad movie with
No, I
bad
don't think-
production value.
I'm only saying that it's not the worst that I've ever seen, only because I do watch a lot of Lifetime movies, because it was a
That's
Lifetime
fair.
movie. So I can't say it was the worst because there's definitely one that's in my
Yeah,
head that was the worst.
Lifetime is like independent filmmaking in the worst way. In like the way we're all like,
It's
actually, we
so
don't have to do
funny.
that. No, but it's so funny. I
So
thought
good.
I was entertained. Yeah, I was entertained. But
So funny.
so that's what we watched this week. Framed by My Fiance.
Yeah.
Check that out.
And SpongeBob. We went from,
Did
well,
watch a
first we went
SpongeBob
from
marathon.
SpongeBob to Malcolm in the Middle because when Malcolm in the Middle was on, we were watching that, and then we'd go to commercials. We'd immediately go to SpongeBob, which is my
Yeah.
favorite. And then we were like flipping through channels, and that's when we saw the masterpiece,
And it
Framed by
had
My
just started,
Fiance.
and like the
Yeah,
intro, like the scene that we saw was like them having dinner, and we're like, oh, this looks like a rom-com. Like,
no,
let's watch this and see what it is. And we were watching for like 20 minutes, and I'm like, I gotta look up what the heck this is. Like, this is insane. Like, this is
yeah.
terrible. And then yeah, we did look it up, and then we found out worse things. Like the rabbit hole of who the director was, like why the movie was made was just insane. So check that out if you want to
It
suffer.
was fantastic.
I
Are you
do
reading
things I
anything this
want to
week?
see. Oh, hey, it's I know what you're reading this week. Why don't you tell us what you're reading this week?
Oh my gosh, I have it right here.
You're so close.
Guys, I literally screamed when I saw the Amazon truck outside. Now, is my bookmark Halls? Yes, it is. Because I couldn't find anything in the moment, and it's just that. But dude, I bawled my eyes out in the first 10 pages. It's so good. It's so good. Like, I don't, there's something about Hunger Games that just brings you back to like middle school where you're just like, oh, like, I remember reading like this series for the first time. Dude, it's so good.
How
And it
far are
already
you in the
like,
book?
um, I was working this morning, so I didn't get very far. But I'm on page 135. But I started like late last night, so I feel like I'm
Nice.
zooming.
I think so.
Um, Dude, I already have a favorite character. I'm like, oh, dude, she's sick. But I'm not gonna say anything because whoever
It
is
literally
listening,
came out yesterday.
it
Yeah.
literally came out. No, dude, I was on TikTok and people were like using quotes from the book already, and I was like, hey, how about you shut up?
How about you pump the
Like, let
brakes?
me read the book. Like,
And
do I already
also
know?
at least
Like,
say like spoilers ahead before you say
yeah.
anything.
Like,
Because it
well,
came out
people are like,
yesterday.
yeah, and people are like, oh, well, like, you already know what happens to Haymitch. Yeah, I do know what happens to Haymitch, but like, I don't know the little details about what
Yeah, don't
happens
be
and stuff like
lame.
that.
Don't be
Like, don't
sharing
be
stuff.
lame. Do I know that he wins? Yes. Do I know anything in between that? No. I know nothing. All I know is how he won and like who dies. That's all I know. So everyone
Dude,
shut
I'm not
up.
ready. I'm not
I
ready. That
was not
book's gonna
ready.
destroy me, but I'm super excited to read it.
It's so good.
I think I'm
It
gonna get it
makes
on
me
my
like want to
Kindle
watch the
tonight.
movies.
We might need to do a review of it next week because I think I'm gonna get it on my Kindle tonight, and that'll be fun to talk about.
Heck yeah. It's so good. I was reading the book last night and I was like sitting on the couch. I like had my headphones on because I was like listening to like Hunger Games ambiance on YouTube and because I wanted Hunger Games music, okay? But as I was reading it, I went and Caitlin was like, "What are you like? What's wrong?" And I was like, "I was not expecting this." And she was like, "Don't you already like know about Haymitch?" I was like, how is no one understanding this? Like, I don't know the details. Like, I'm shocked about what I'm reading right now. Like, that's crazy. Whatever. Hey guys, is really good.
Yeah,
In tears.
I haven't read it all this week because we had our traveling, and then I've just been
Yeah,
editing like every spare second I have of Wattie's Girl and getting
I know.
everything done for King Tara. So it's been busy, but I really want to read that book. So
You should.
that might
It's
take
really
me out of
good.
my drought.
So,
Yeah, see, the thing is, I haven't read the other one,
Ballad of
Songbirds and Snakes.
that one is really good as well.
But if I
Suzanne
read Hey Mitch
Suzanne
first, is it okay?
Collins. Huh?
If I read the Haymitch one first, is that okay? Because I am way more interested in the Haymitch one.
Yes, okay. So one thing I will note is there's a character in this book, like the first chapter, where we see a last name. If you did not read or watch Ballad of Songbirds, like it's fine, like you're not gonna think anything of the last name. But when I was reading, I was like, oh, I know what this means. Because they use like certain because in Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, they had like this singing group that was like huge in District 12 and they would like travel to like other districts. So they bring that up a lot in Ballad of Songbirds and they kind of do bring it up in this one. But it's not like a spoiler. Like it's not like anything like huge. It's just like
Oh, gotcha.
it's just figuring out, oh, this person's related to this person. That's all. I don't think that's too much of a spoiler. I don't think that's a spoiler at all. I think it's just because you will like yeah. The episode idea that I had was it was like a game where I'm gonna quote something
Oh, quote.
and you're gonna guess what movie it's from.
Dude, this is gonna be me getting obliterated for not seeing a single movie
No,
that's
I
ever come
put
out.
movies on here that I know you would know. And there are some on here that are my favorite movies that I don't think you've ever seen before, but I think it'll be fun to talk about them. Or just
If
talk
anyone
about the
sees it,
movies.
if anyone sees the word, please let us know. Please comment it as it's been
Okay.
lost.
I
We'll
started
find
off
it.
easy. I started off easy. Are you
I'm
ready?
ready.
You sit on a throne of lies.
Oh, okay, Elf. Hey.
See? Yeah, see, you got this.
And that's great. This should be called my favorite t-shirt quotes.
Okay, you get a point for that one. You get 1 point. Put it down. I don't think you'll know this one, maybe, because me and Theo were talking about it. And you acted like you didn't know what it was, so. Ready?
I'm so ready. I was born ready.
I'm just a girl standing in front of a boy asking him to love her.
Oh, Elena's probably screaming this one.
Dude! This movie is so good.
It sounds almost like a One Tree Hill quote to me. I know it's not from One Tree Hill. No, I don't know what movie this is. This is a rom-com that Theo likes, though, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a
That's
good
your
hint.
hit.
It's not. I can
Me and
think of.
Theo literally talked about this like 2 days ago.
I can like picture it, but I don't know what it's called.
Do you have any
What is it?
guesses? Do you have any guesses?
Oh, I don't think so because the only movie I can think of is the one that he hadn't seen, which was 2 weeks' notice. It's the only one I can think of, and that's the one he didn't see, and that's the one I want to see, and it showed up on my Netflix the other
Has
day, and I was
Hugh
like,
Grant in it.
Hugh Grant. He's in everything. I don't know.
Notting Hill.
Oh, yeah, I would not have ever gotten there.
How have you never seen Notting Hill?
I
That's
don't
so
know.
sad.
There were like once again, growing up, there were a lot of movies that I just didn't see, and so now I'm playing catch up. Like I'm still watching movies I never saw.
You
Most of
should
them have
watch
been
Notting
bad.
Hill. It's a
Notting Hill.
rom-com. Yeah.
Notting Hill. Who's the girly pop in
Notting.
that?
It's Julia Roberts. It's Julia Roberts.
Oh, yeah, I gotta check that out.
Yeah. So do you know what
Love Hugh
it
Grant.
like what it's about?
Yes,
Oh,
isn't well, okay, this might be totally wrong, and it would be really funny if it's wrong. But
okay.
is that the one with the boy band in it?
No, no.
What's the one where he's in a boy band? Where Hugh Grant's in a boy band and he has that song and everyone loves it.
I have no idea.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna find it.
No, so
There's
Hugh
a
Grant.
fake song in it and everyone's like, that's the best fake song.
Dun,
Oh,
dun,
it's
dun.
called Music and Lyrics. That's what the
Never
movie's
seen it.
called? Guys,
Never
come
seen it.
on. We gotta be more creative than that.
Gotta be
Oh,
more
it has 3
creative.
stars on IMDb. It might not be good.
No, so Notting Hill is Hugh Grant's character. He owns a bookstore and he runs
Oh,
into
that
the
sounds so
famous
cute.
American actress who is Julia Roberts. It's really
That
cute.
sounds so cute. Okay, let me
It
check
is
that out.
really
Notting
cute. You
Hill.
should check that out. Notting
I've
Hill.
heard of
You
it. Like,
do. You get 0 points.
spare points, please.
Okay, you ready for the next one? If you don't get this,
This episode's called Friendship Ender.
If you don't get this one, it's gonna be embarrassing for you. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Dude, it's so obvious from the quote. Okay, ready? I
Yes.
went from being all alone to being a fiance, a daughter, a
Oh, this is
granddaughter,
while you were
a
sleeping, dude.
sister, and a friend.
Oh, it's such a good movie. While you're sleeping, we should make a list of movies that are really good that Theo hates. This is number one.
Oh yeah,
I
Theo
still
said he
don't
didn't
know
like
why
it.
he hated this movie. And yeah,
He
Theo, we
told
are
us.
slandering you on
He
record.
said he didn't like the acting, which I think
I was like, first
is
of all,
ridiculous.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a rom-com. I'm usually not expecting like the most stellar performances. Like that's never what I'm watching it for. And we talked in depth about it, about how like the first time I watched this movie, I was just watching it. And
Hmm.
now after you do film, like you would just watch movies different. Like you just think about things differently.
Yeah.
And he was watching it like a filmmaker and not like it's a rom-com.
Yeah,
It's a fun
which I
movie.
think is really like it's just
Because
some
it's the
I
story,
just
like
wish you
it's
could turn it off
boring.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, because While You Were Sleeping is such a sweet story about how someone goes from completely alone to being the fiance, ends up being a wife and a sister. And, it's just like a really sweet story. And I don't know why
And
he doesn't
Sandra
like it.
Bullock, dude. Sandra
Sandra
Bullock's
Bullock,
best.
dude.
Yeah, and
I
then he
just
didn't
don't
like what's his
understand.
name's acting? What's
I
his
don't know.
name? Is it
I
Bill
have no
Pullman?
idea.
I think it's Bill
Yeah.
Pullman. But that
Yeah.
sounds
Bill
right.
Pullman.
I might be making
And
that up though.
no, I'm pretty sure that's his name. But I just think
Oh,
it's sad that he
yeah.
hates it.
Yes,
Like,
it is Bill Pullman.
when he texted us, and he was like, "Hey, so I don't like While You Were Sleeping." I literally wanted to throw my phone over the balcony.
I was
And
literally
I was
like,
just like, "What do
and
you
your
mean?"
opinion means nothing to me now. And now I don't,
Yeah,
your opinion,
I
I've
don't
lost all
trust you.
respect.
You
Yeah.
said your favorite movie is Taxi Driver. First of all, still don't trust you. And now you said that While You Were Sleeping is a great movie. Hey, I'm going no contact.
Oh, and you haven't seen Flushed Away? And you want to
What
talk to
the
me about
frick?
cinema?
Dude, why
And you
haven't you
haven't seen Flushed Away.
That's the way. He's still mad about the rat. I just don't
The
get it.
mice.
The
I don't get it
mice.
either. I don't
He
get it
does.
either. You know, if you're
He's
not if you don't enjoy cinema, just say that, you know?
yeah, exactly. If you don't like A plus top tier filmmaking,
If you
then
don't
why are
like
you here?
just
It's
toilet
called
humor and it's
Flushed
animated.
Away. Flushed away, man. Keep your legs straight till you hit the water. What do you mean? What do you mean, bro?
Me, there's a top secret frog force going after him, and you're not captivated by that? Okay,
What
you're
do
the
you mean?
problem.
What do you mean there's a mime frog? What do you mean? Who uses the phone for a face?
What do you mean they only
What do
make
you
jokes that are rude to the French and the English the whole time? What do you mean? What do you mean it
Okay.
stars Hugh Jackman and Kate Winslet? Please show me a
What do
better
you mean that
lineup.
there's a performance about for Tom Jones?
Dude, that
What do
part's
you
so funny.
mean? Bro, I'm so passionate about Flush Away, and this
It's such
kid
a good
doesn't understand.
movie. He's never even seen it, please. We're like
He's
dragging
never
him
even
like
seen.
he hates it. He's never seen it.
You know what? I'm gonna show you a picture real quick because this photo still cracks me up. Because for those who don't know, you won't know this because you're not in the group chat, but I did assign the rap photo to Theo. So when I called him,
And he loved it.
yeah, he
That
loved
is
it so
really
much he texted back, respect revoked.
LOL. That's so funny. He texted back, "You guys are so funny, and I love that you made me the rat face."
Yeah, those are
That's what he
exact
said.
words. It's crazy that you
Yeah,
memorized that. Yeah, this is
yeah,
exactly what
that's
he
what he
said.
said.
Uh-huh.
Um. So, anyways,
That's so funny. That's
I
so
freaking
funny.
love Flushed Away. I remember me and my sissy lady Spaney were quoting it so much at my grandparents' house. Like we just kept quoting it. And my grandma was like, "What's that from? We have to watch it." And then she watched it and she was like, "This is the worst movie I've ever seen."
Yeah, I don't get. See, people just don't
She
understand
hated
cinema.
it. Well, it's just toilet jokes the whole time, and I'm cracking up. and I'm laughing.
We're doomed. That's the funniest thing to me when he says we're doomed
When he says enough games, please.
to the rap movie.
Yeah, so anyways, guys, that's a great film if you haven't seen
I
it.
wish I added
From
a quote
filmmakers
from
to filmmakers. I know, from
yeah.
Flushed Away,
I wish I
please.
added a quote from Flushed Away on here. I didn't
We
know.
just quoted like 6 of them. It was great.
Yeah,
And they made it into the episode.
exactly. They made it to the episode. You get points for those, Carolyn. Okay, this next one, I have to act it out.
Okay.
I see you for what you truly are, which is ugly.
Dude,
Dude,
is that from Shark Tale? It sounds like Shark Tale to me, but it might not be. Oh, it's not based on your face. I'm assuming it's not Shark Tale.
I'm embarrassed for you.
I don't know what it's from.
She's the man.
Oh, She's a Man is so good. I've only seen She's the Man one time, and it was great. So that was the friendship ender one.
I
Yeah.
can't believe you've what?
Hey,
One
quick
time?
PSA into the episode. Me and Maddie have not talked since this has aired.
That's funny. Okay, right.
That one's sad. Yeah, I've only seen that movie once. It was a great movie though.
That's
Loved it.
crazy. Only one time?
Only one time.
I've watched
It's
that
a great
at
movie
least once
though.
a day.
Like I would put, like if it was on, I would just put it on. But I've only seen it once. I think that's the other thing about like the streaming to cable situation, is it used to be it was just on, so you had it on. Now I've got to
Yeah.
make a full decision every time I open the app. I was like, I don't want to decide. Just put something on for me.
Yeah.
Like that's fine.
I had DVDs of these movies, and so because there's like one point where we didn't have any streaming services because they didn't exist except for Netflix. And then
Yeah, I remember when you still had to set. They sent them. They sent you them,
yeah.
so we would watch
And then we
TV
didn't
shows.
have cable. So so I only had like the DVDs. And so I would just pop one in, and then that would be like my movie of the week because I was too lazy to go to my sister's room and steal a bunch of DVDs from her. So one of those was She's the Man. So I watched it straight like every day. Like
That's
I love
awesome.
that movie. So you get 0 points for that one.
You know what? You know what DVD had like the most playtime of my
What?
childhood was Lilo and Stitch. We literally watched that movie
Nice.
every single day. Like so much so every time my cousins came over we watched it. So much so where my cousins were like, "Can we please watch anything else?" But I love Lilo and Stitch, dude. It's one of the best movies of all time.
It's a
It's one of my
cool
favorite
movie.
animated movies ever. And dude, the trailer for the new one looks really
Pretty
good.
good.
It looks
Pretty good.
great. I'm excited. Like I'm gonna go actually see that one in theaters likely.
I'm so excited. Like I know some people were like, but like these aliens like don't have the actors that I would think would be dead. Shut up.
Okay, and are you the casting director? Okay, people said that about Ryan Gosling
Have
playing Ken.
have you seen the movie?
Oh, you've seen 30-second snippet of it?
Not
Oh, and
even
you're the
30
director,
seconds.
casting director,
It was a
producer now?
5-second clip. Like what
Oh
are
yeah,
we
of the
judging?
aliens. Yeah.
Yeah. Like what are we judging?
Yeah.
Everyone shut up. Everyone shut up.
The
We're gonna
only
play a game.
one
We're gonna play the quiet game, and it's all and it's you playing. So this next
The
quote.
only one that I agreed with was that why didn't they have Terry Crews play the CIA? The what kind of agent was he?
Oh yeah,
Yes,
he was
agent?
like he was like protection services,
Yeah, the child
child
protective service.
protective
Yeah.
services.
That's the only
Yeah.
one that I was like, oh yeah, I could see that. Why didn't they do that? But
Mhm.
we're gonna find out when we watch the movie, and it's great. And if it's bad, then
I'm very
I don't know.
excited.
It'll be as expected for a Disney remake. But
Yeah,
that one looks really good.
I'm
Okay,
very
what's the
excited
next
about
quote?
that.
Sorry. It looks great.
This one is from an era that you'll know. I can do this all day.
Oh, hey. That's from Captain America.
It is. You got a point.
I do love that movie. I only
He's
know that because and I would know it anyways, I think. But Matt used to quote it all the time
I
when
can,
we were
yeah,
filming.
I can do this all day for sure. And especially in like Endgame when they have to go back in time. Hey, spoiler. It's been out for like 1,000 years. You can go watch it. But in Endgame, when he's like beating the past Captain America, and he's like, "I could do this all day." He's like, "Yeah, I know," and it's so funny to me.
Oh my
I
gosh, did you
love.
see? I keep going on tangents, but did you see the freaking trailer for the new A24 movie starring Chris Evans, Dakota Johnson, and Pedro Pascal?
I
Does the
did.
movie look good or interesting? No, but I love all those actors and I really want to
It
see
kind of looks interesting to me. I definitely would pick it up. It's like it looks really good, but
it. Let me
fight
look up what it's
Pedro
called. Oh,
Pascal and
sorry.
Chris Evans are fighting over me? Yeah, sign me up.
Dude, he looked so hot in the trailer. Pedro
I know,
Pascal, I was
dude.
like,
My thing is that I
it's
love Chris
called
Evans.
Materialists. Sorry, guys, Materialists.
Yeah,
That's what it's called.
I love Chris Evans with my whole being. But if I was in this situation, I'm picking Pedro Pascal.
Well, we're gonna find out, because he
I'm
looks
just
hot too.
saying that that's what she needs to do.
I'm not gonna lie, guys, the glaring Coke ad in Materialist trailer is really funny. There's like a full shot where they just stare at a Coke. And I think that's hilarious. And I mean, you
Um,
gotta get funding somehow. But I just don't know. I mean, I'm excited to see what the story is. But
She's a matchmaker. I'm very pumped.
yes,
Okay,
she's just the
ready for this
best.
next quote?
Yes,
This might be Ender if you don't know this
dude,
one.
friendship ender. It's gonna be from myself.
Ready? Why don't you stick to your books, schoolboy?
Oh, dude, Princess and the Pauper. Dude,
Yes!
guys,
Yes,
another piece
dude.
of cinema that I doubt Theo has seen.
Should we watch it and say it's been nominated for many awards?
Yeah, we should. It has.
What else? We should tell him that Robert De Niro is in it, and then he'll watch it. He'll watch
Starring Robert De Niro as Barbie.
it. Can you
Oh,
imagine?
dude. I
That'd be
freaking love that
so funny.
movie. Me, Maddie, and Elena watched that movie so many times that the disc was worn down, and then my mom bought us a new copy of it.
Yeah.
And then my mom recently bought Elena and I like the box set that has like all the old 2000s Barbie movies.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh my
love.
gosh.
I mean, the ones that I would just put on like over and over again was Princess and the Pauper and 12 Dancing Princesses.
Mine was Swan Lake
Love Swan Lake.
and Nutcracker.
Nutcracker,
Oh,
incredible. I never got into, okay, my roommate in college showed me Island Princess, which, hey,
that's fine.
great. It's
It's
fine.
great.
It doesn't have the nostalgic quality to me that the other ones do. Like that one, I'm like, I didn't see this as a kid, so it's just a Barbie movie to me.
Yeah.
But the other ones, dude, me and
Yeah.
Maddie had the Barbies for those. Oh, dude, throwback. Every time I see those on Facebook,
Traumatizing.
every time I see them on
Traumatizing.
Facebook that it's like $500 for each Barbie, I'm like, and I would spend it.
And I'm pissed. You know
And
why
I'm
it's
gonna buy
traumatizing?
them.
You know, listeners, listen to this. When I was little, I had the Eric Barbie doll. Okay? Love of my life. And one day, I pissed off my sister. Okay? Did I deserve it to this extent? I don't think so. I would rather her cut off my hair off. Because what she did, she grabbed my Barbie and she cut all the hair off.
Dude, Erica, dude. She was a pixie
Dude,
cut queen
R.I.P.
after that. Pixie cut queen. She was like
She
Rapunzel
gave
at the
her.
end of Tangled.
Mm. No, Rapunzel looks better than my Erica doll. I was like, I'd rather her just do it to my head instead of my Barbie doll, but that's fine. That's fine.
You gotta take them to those like people that do Barbie restorations on TikTok and like replace their hair.
Yeah.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Hey, we can
I
get a
still
toy for
have the
that.
Barbie because so Maddie ended up giving all of her Barbies to us to give to Liz because Liz
Oh
is
yeah, I gave
like
it.
8 years younger than us. Liz is my youngest sibling, and she
Does she still have them?
yeah, there's still a box in our garage of all the Barbies.
That's awesome. I'll have to go find
Yeah.
it when I go to Texas. which I
Yeah.
don't know when. Catherine, we're planning a trip. Let's go to Texas. Well, she is already there, but she's already in Texas.
Kathy, we're on our way.
Right.
When we're just gonna pick up the Barbies and then head out. Show
Okay,
our
this
badge.
next
Hey, we're
quote.
just here for the Barbies.
We're just here for the Barbies, man.
Oh, we have a few questions for you. Where are the Barbies?
I know. I couldn't have them in my house anymore. I don't know. I think we were like moving or something.
I think so. And like we had grown out of it. We had moved on to bigger, brighter things like Minecraft at that point.
Oh,
So
yeah.
all the
And
Barbies.
Batman on
And
the
Batman
PlayStation.
Arkham. Dude, that's what we were doing. Me and Maddie
Yes.
would have like all-nighters playing either Batman Arkham or Minecraft with Elena. Oh, dude, Lego Star Wars. We had all the
Oh
fun
my
games.
gosh. In Minecraft, we built this village, and I remember one day Elena, like, I went over after school and Elena was like, "Hey, look what I did for your room." And she showed me how to make a door with the paintings. So it's a secret doorway.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was the best. Dude,
I'm like,
Elena
this is so
always knew the
sick.
new tips and tricks.
She
Elena was
is.
like the
She still
Gen
does.
Zer. She knew all the cool stuff, and we were just like, uh-huh, 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 uh-huh.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
And
And then,
that fortress
oh,
was dope,
dude,
dude. We had an underground section so we could get everywhere underground. And then there was above ground section.
yes.
We didn't like fighting the monsters because they were new. Like when we were playing it, it was on the Xbox, so we never played the
Yeah.
PC version. And so like it would get updated every once in a while, like introducing new things. Like I remember when creative mode got added. Like we played it before
Yeah,
creative
that
mode
was
was even on it.
crazy.
That was
It felt
crazy.
like cheating in a way, so we never did it. This
Yeah,
one
from
is not a throwback, I don't think. I know you've seen it, but will you know this quote? Okay. It's a weird case from the start. A case with a hole in the center. A donut.
Oh, is this Knives Out?
Yes, it is.
Yay! I love Knives Out. Knives Out is in
Dude,
my
I know
top
you'd get
10
it.
favorite movies of all time.
It's a great, another Chris Evans movie.
Excellent.
Fantastic. Dude, that cast is so amazing. I
I
love
would
that movie.
say, and I don't know if it's hot take. Sorry, Maddie. Don't get
Oh
mad at me.
no.
I don't know if it could be the way the character's written. And Knives Out, it's not as bad. I would say the worst I've seen it is in The Gray Man. I don't know if y'all have seen The Gray Man. It's stars Ryan Gosling and um oh my gosh, who we're talking about? Chris Evans plays the villain in The Gray
You
Man.
talk bad about my Chris Evans. I'll kill
No,
you.
and like sometimes when he's acting as the villain, I'm like, I can tell he's acting, you know? Like when you're like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, he's acting right now. And sometimes when he plays a villain, especially in The Gray Man, not as much in Knives Out. There's a few points in Knives Out where I'm like, all right. But The Gray Man specifically, sometimes I'm like, okay, he's playing a villain right now. Like I don't super
Yeah.
believe him. Um, but I also think it's because of who he's played in the past. Like, you get to a point in being an actor where who you are almost trumps who you're acting as. Like Harrison Ford is the same way. Like anytime I watch a movie with
Yeah.
Harrison Ford, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's Jason Bourne, but with Harrison
Oh
Ford.
my gosh, it's Jason Bourne. I hate
Makes me laugh every time. No, no, but like every time I'm like,
that.
oh, then I'm just thinking about them as Harrison Ford and as all these other parts versus like
Yeah.
they're acting as this person, which is why I think sometimes using new people and big studios are starting to do this more, especially like Star Wars always did that. They always used like new actors. I mean, Harrison Ford was a new actor
Mm-hmm.
when he was in Star Wars. Is important because you don't have any preconceived notion.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much my take on Chris Evans acting as a villain.
I love him in that movie. He did
He did a great
10
job.
out of 10. Cause I don't know. Cause like in that movie, you're just like, oh, he's the bad guy. But like, how did he do it? Because obviously it's like so obvious that he's the villain in that movie because they're playing that his character like that. But it's just like, how did he do it?
Doesn't the
Kind
next
of
one
thing.
come out soon?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I feel like I saw it in like a teaser ad for it. Let me look it up. Knives Out.
Hmm. Pretty sure it's
Sorry.
coming out. And it's sad that he's not in it.
Wake Up Dead Man. Yeah, it comes out in 2025. Wait, initial release. Wait, is it already out? Wait, when does it come out?
I don't know, dude.
Wait,
I
what?
don't know. I don't
Oh,
know.
it premieres on Netflix this year, but I don't see it. I don't see a
Oh,
date yet.
sick. Oh, Andrew Scott's in it? Jeremy Renner?
Dude, this looks great.
Dude, it looks great.
Is it still the same guy? It is Ryan Johnson.
Ye- Who? Oh, like the
Ryan
director?
Johnson. Yeah,
Oh,
he's the
okay.
director and
Yeah.
writer for it.
For some reason, I was like picturing like the actor, and I was like, or not the actor, right? But like Daniel Craig, and I was like, I don't think his name is Ryan Johnson. And then I remember that's the director's name. So, oops, my bad. Yeah, I'm so
Crazy.
excited.
Looks great.
I'm so excited.
Looks great.
Yeah,
Can't
they
wait.
always nail it with the casts, I feel.
They do. They really
The
do.
story,
I feel like the story in the second one was just okay, but everyone felt that way. I think it's because
yeah,
it's freaking like everyone got that way though. Because you just get the ick. Like we didn't want to hear about COVID while we were in COVID. Like nobody did. And every time I put it in a show or a movie or anything, I was like, and I'm
yeah,
immediately like I'm watching this to forget that I'm in the middle of a pandemic. Like I don't want to
for
turn something
sure.
on for it to remind me.
The other thing is like Knives Out took him so long to write. And then it was so popular. And then immediately Glass Onion comes out. I don't know if he took the same amount of time. Like, I don't know if he like wrote all of them or at the same time. Elena will probably know this. I don't know. But I was just like, this is not as good as Knives Out. Like, I don't
No.
think. I think it's just like that kind of thing where you're not expecting it to be so popular and then you're not prepared.
Exactly. It's like what most big movie sequels are. It's just okay
Yeah.
because they rushed it to get a 3 year release instead of letting it sit. I mean, it's why I know you don't care about this, but it's why the Batman keeps getting delayed because
Yeah.
oh my gosh, the director Matt Reeves, yes, he always takes a really long time for his scripts. And on purpose. And like they're always like I've always enjoyed Matt Reeves movies. So it's okay. You don't have to care about that. But that's why it's taking forever because he takes more time with the scripts and so it keeps getting delayed. So that's
Yeah.
what's going on with that.
I'm
But
just
anyways, what's the next quote?
you'll know this. Dancing, even if one's partner's barely tolerable.
What is that from? Just kidding. Haha, Pride and Prejudice.
I
I know, I was like, if it's Pride and Prejudice
fist is up, man.
or Ice Age, I have to be like, oh, that one's stumping me. No, Pride and Prejudice, please.
That's
Please,
so funny.
2005 specifically. I need to watch it again. I haven't watched it
You
in like
too.
6 months. That's the longest time I've
I
ever gone
watched it
without
like
watching a
three
Pride and
days
Prejudice
ago.
film. It's so good.
I love
Once
that
a
movie.
week? That's so many times.
I had
One of
someone tell me
Maddie's
that once.
coworkers got really weird about the fact that Maddie
Oh,
watches Pride and Prejudice once a week.
she was like, "What's your
Who
favorite movie?"
cares?
She's like, "What's your favorite movie?" I was like, "Pride and Prejudice," and she was like, "Why?" And I said, "Well, I mean, I really just love everything about it." And she was like, "No, like names, like specifically, like name why you like it." And I was like, "Well, I like the music, I love the acting, I love the cinematography, I love the story, I love the pacing." Like, I was like, I really am naming everything there is about a movie. Like, I love everything about it. And then she was upset with me because she was like, well, that's just like a ridiculous movie to like. And I was like, really, what's your favorite movie? And she said, A Nightmare Before Christmas. And I said, why? And she was like, well, I just love everything about it. I said, that's not a good enough reason to like it.
Nightmare Before Christmas is a great movie. Okay? Everyone I've ever met who said it's their favorite
Great.
movie has been like the meanest person I've ever met. Like every single time. I'm like, what is it? What is the
I
pipeline
do
between
love this
Nightmare Before
person.
Christmas and like
Yeah.
being rude? Like what how is there
Yeah.
where's the connection?
Like, I do love this person. I just don't think it was like her kind of film, and that's totally fine. But like, don't judge me based on that. You know? Like, I won't judge you based on Nightmare Before Christmas. Like, if that's your favorite movie, that's fantastic. I'm happy for you.
Right?
It's ridiculous, but it's fine. Um, Pride and Prejudice, I watch it once a week. Guess what? You're not part of that. You don't need to worry about that.
You
That's
don't have to
my
watch it
movie.
once a week. You don't
You
have
don't
to.
have to watch. You don't have to. You don't have to do anything. Let me watch my movie, dude. I just love everything about
You
it.
don't
There's
have to be
problem.
there when I'm watching it. You
Yeah,
can
exactly.
leave.
You ask me what's my favorite movie. I tell you. It doesn't automatically mean, hey, judge me for it. I'm not
Yeah, the
asking
only
you.
person that I'd
You
get mad at
asked
is if
me.
they said like their favorite movie was like Taxi Driver. And then I'd be like, okay.
Okay, that's lame.
Just kidding. Actually, the only one I legitimately judge for is when people say Pulp Fiction is their favorite movie.
For
Because then
sure.
I'm gonna kill you with a gun. Tell me what
You
your
know
actual
what?
favorite movie is.
The
It's
one
not
in
Pulp
film
Fiction.
school, the one when I was in film school, because I did go to film school. The one in film school that makes me crazy is when they would say Citizen Kane. Why?
Yeah.
Why? Citizen Kane? Are you drunk?
Like
Did we
I
watch the same
understand,
movie?
and I understand like the importance of those movies. I understand like the importance of Casablanca, but it's not your favorite movie.
It's not your favorite movie.
It was your grandpa's favorite movie, and that's fine. That was the time. That makes
Yeah.
sense. But I
Ice Age
know it's
wasn't
not the
made
movie.
yet.
I know it's not the movie that you finish and then you start over
Yeah.
again. Like I know for a fact it's not that. And that's what I think when it's your favorite movie. Like if it's your
Yeah.
favorite movie, then you watched it like 3 times in a row in a sitting. Like you're like, and we're starting it again. That was so
Yeah.
good.
Mm-hmm. I
You
but
know?
I watched Citizen Kane maybe 2 or 3 times when I was in film school because apparently it's everyone's favorite and we just have to watch it. And every single time I was like, why am I watching this? It's like I zoned out because I was like, I don't care about this story of this guy. I know there's a fireplace. Okay? I know when he's standing next to it, the camera moves back and the fireplace is actually bigger than you thought it was. I don't care.
Yeah, and I think that's once again, like those movies are important for their like for the filmmaking aspect. Like, and
Yeah.
that's great. But it's
Mm-hmm.
not the movie I'm starting over to watch again.
It's not
It's
the
the movie that I'm
movie
like,
I'm gonna
oh,
start.
cool that they did that. Okay, next movie. Like,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Next. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So, whatever.
And then I feel like
Okay.
there's movies like Wes Anderson movies where they do really cool things and they
Mm-hmm.
can qualify to be a favorite movie because they are really fun and I'm starting them
Oh
over.
yeah, I think he does a really good job. Okay, I picked this next one for Miss Catherine.
But in another thing, it's always film bros that say those movies are their favorite. It makes me so mad, dude.
You know what? It's
These movies make
also
me so mad because they're
those,
always male-centered too. They're always male-centered
yes,
movies. And I'm
always
like, oh my gosh, it's the best movie of all time. It's about a man. And I'm bored.
doing what? Talking. You know what? I think the other
Does he
thing,
get flushed down a toilet? I don't
I
care.
don't think so. I don't think so, man. Okay? Does his name get mixed up? Innocent
Mr.
bystander? To
Millicent
Millicent?
Bystander.
To Millicent? If that's not happening, I don't want to watch it. Anyways,
Does he have a cat named Serafina? If the answer
I
is no,
don't.
I'm turning it off. I
I'm
don't care.
not watching it. Is he actually a nutcracker? I'm not watching it if that's not happening. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
it's not enemies to lovers. Oh, he didn't call her handsome in the beginning? Turning it off.
Turning it off. Bro,
So,
what
yeah.
the frick? They don't make movies like this anymore. No. When I watch like those interviews where it's like, oh, Letterbox, like list your 4 favorite films. And someone says Pulp Fiction or Citizen Kane or what was another really good one? I was just like, that's a lie. You're lying. You are lying to me right now.
Yeah.
I don't
No,
trust you now.
it just is. It's just the like, it's the elitist bullshit. It's the pinky up shit. It's like, no, that's not your favorite movie. And it's
Yeah.
also a different thing to say, like, this is a movie that inspired me, or this is a movie that made me want to be in films.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I do agree
Yeah.
there's a lot of movies like that that are like, oh, that was so
And
cool
the
how they
Eagle.
did that. Yeah. And that would make me want to make films, like, whatever. But, like, what's the movie that you're like, I really hope it's still on Netflix every time you open Netflix? Like, what's that
Pride and
movie?
Prejudice.
Yeah. Free on YouTube, Pride and Prejudice. Best
Pride
thing
and
that's ever
Prejudice.
happened in this
It's also on
country.
Peacock. Guys, Peacock, this is not sponsored.
We are sponsored by Peacock. We are
I
sponsored
wish
by
we were
Peacock.
sponsored by Peacock. No, because I remember being in school and people were talking about like the importance of film. I mean, it's film school, duh. But how people would be like, oh, like the cinematography in this and like the sound design in this, whatever. And I remember being called on, and I was just like, I like a movie that makes me feel good. Like, I want a movie that I don't feel like I'm watching a movie, you know?
Exactly. Like I'm lost in it. Like I'm not thinking about movie stuff anymore. I'm
Like,
just in the
it could be
story.
it could be the stupidest film to you. Ice Age. I said that was my favorite movie in film school because it was a found family. And you have three idiots trying to bring a baby back to these humans. And I think it's the funniest thing in the world. I was like, I don't need to think about the cinematography or the animation. I don't need to think about any of that. I'm just enjoying a movie. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But these people just are just like, no, it's like film has to be like something so serious. And I don't think it, I mean, if there's nothing wrong with people thinking that. Like, you can make a serious film, but don't get mad at me for not wanting to watch it.
Yeah.
You know? That's all I'm saying. That's the end of my TED Talk, guys. I'm done. That's all. That's all,
Hit me
man.
with that next quote, dude.
I picked this one from Miss Catherine
Kathy.
because we watched this one together. So I was like, oh, if she's listening. Ready?
I'm so ready.
Life is pain, Highness. Anyone who says differently is selling something.
Oh, this is The Princess Bride. Hey, that's great.
Oh, hell yeah, it is.
I
Hell
freaking love The
yeah, it
Princess
is.
Bride. Every single time, I feel like I watch the movie about once a year. Every single time I watch the movie, I forget how good it is. Like I always know it's good. I turn it on, I'm like, this is a
Mhm.
great movie, and then I'm like, oh, it's even better than I remember. Oh,
It's so funny,
beautiful.
especially when they go to like the doctor and he's talking about like the sandwich. It breaks me every time. And the fact that
It's
that
so
scene took
funny.
them like 3 days to film because they were laughing so hard makes it better to me.
So funny.
So good. That's just like a staple as a
It's a
kid.
great movie. Oh yeah, it's definitely like a hundred movies you need to see list. That one's one of them.
I remember every single time I think of The Princess Bride, though, I think of One Christmas. So, for those who don't know, my mom's side of the family is in a certain group where they're not allowed to watch TV or movies or anything like that.
Did you be just like cult?
Yeah, it's a cult. Um, no, because if any
Maddie's
of
mom
my family
escaped
is
it.
listening to this, no, it's not a cult. It's a church. That's a little crazy sometimes. No, it's a cult. And so my grandma, she knew that we were the black sheep in the family who watched movies and stuff like that because we were not in that church, by the way. We're not in that church. And so for Christmas, she bought me a DVD of The Princess Bride, and I've never seen it before. I was like, what the frick? Because I was like, I don't even know how old I was. I was like really little. I was like, I don't even know what this movie is. Like, this is like really weird. And she's never seen it. She just thought the cover looked nice when she was at the store shopping. And I remember driving home because the drive home from Boise to whatever, Seattle was like 8 hours. And I'm watching this movie on those portable movie thing,
Yeah.
those portable things,
DVD players? Yeah, those are
DVD, yeah,
crazy.
portable DVD players. And I watched it and I was like, this is the best thing I've ever seen in my life. It was so good. I was like, Grandma, you get a plan for that one.
I just love how it was a movie that actually had a micro budget. Like, you know, people, when movies say they had a micro budget and it's like
Six
$55
million dollars.
million. Dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and a micro budget of the entire expenses for my entire life. That's what you're calling a micro budget? Okay.
More than that, yeah.
Um, like that's crazy. Oh, we only had 55 million to spare on this one. Okay, shut up.
Yeah,
But
the
anyways,
the
that one's always crazy to me.
Oscars. When he said that, I was like, dude, that's not a micro budget. Six
I was
million
like,
dollars? Micro? Are we hello?
yeah, he's never had a
Anyways,
micro
sorry.
budget.
I
It
never
was
looked it
still
up.
low. Oh, and I'm eating my words. It's 16. Wait, hold on. Okay, yeah. Hey, and I'm eating my
What are you
words.
gonna say?
It was not a micro budget, it was 16 million.
Are you serious? I mean,
What do
yeah.
you mean? That's
I
crazy. And
mean,
it made 32 million in the theater. So I don't know what it's made since then. Why do they always say these are low budget movies? 16
because they're
million?
drunk.
They are drunk.
They're drunk.
And like, I'm not gonna lie. I always appreciated Princess Bride because it looked low budget. Like it's great. It's a
I mean,
great movie. It has some
not
moments where it
big.
looks pretty low budget.
Yeah, I want to say bigger names because like Billy Crystal's in there, but like,
That's true. That's true.
because
There's a Billy
sometimes all
Crystal.
that money just goes to the actors. Okay, well, this one is kind of in the same category of movies, like genre. I mean, how can anyone love a pebble in their shoe?
Dude, Ever After. Killing movie.
Yes!
Killing
Yes, dude.
movie. Killing movie. That was another one that Kathy showed me when I was really it was when all of the Cinderella remakes were coming out. You know, like in the early 2000s when there were like 10 right at the same time. It was like
Mm-hmm.
another Cinderella story. There was like the Selena Gomez one. There was the Hilary Duff one. I don't remember which one is called which, but they all came out. And my mom was like, "Let me show you the best Cinderella adaptation ever." And she put on Ever After. And I'll never be the same from that moment on.
Mine, I don't know when the first time I watched it was. Like, I remember when I first got a Facebook. Whoa, throwback. When I first got a Facebook, they had like these, one of like the companies that I liked on there posted a video about the iconic quotes from Princess, or no, not Princess Bride, from Ever After. And I was like, oh, this movie looks really good. And so I watched it and I was like, this is the best movie that I've ever
Such
seen.
a
Would
good
you
movie.
like?
I think it's my favorite
Yeah,
Drew Barrymore movie for sure.
yes, that or 51st Dates.
That one's really cute.
That one's really cute. But I haven't seen it. Oh no, not The Wedding Singer. I love The Wedding Singer.
Oh, The Wedding Singer is incredible.
Cute.
Okay, next one.
I'm not gonna act this one out. I'm just gonna see if you can get it on your own. But if you can't get it, I'll act it out. Or maybe I'll just act it out in general because I love it so much. Wow, I wish I could jump like that. Wish granted.
Is that from Ice Age?
Yeah, it is.
I was
It
gonna say
is.
that's definitely Ice Age.
It's when they're
Almost trying to
escaping the
remember.
lava. It's when they're escaping the lava and they see
Does he
Diego
hit the
jump.
thing? So he. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
What do you mean? So Diego jumps and then Sid goes, wow, I wish I could jump like that. And then he goes, wish granted. And then he kicks him and then he goes, blah, blah, blah.
I
Takes
didn't
me
watch
out
that
every
movie
time.
again. Dude,
I
with
watch
the
it
new
all the
Shrek
time.
coming out, I'm like, I need to watch all the old DreamWorks movies in
Yes.
preparation for hating the new Shrek movie. Did you see? Okay, so I saw this this podcast, these two guys talking. I don't know what podcast it is. Don't know who the two guys were. It always shows on
Uh,
my TikTok. It wasn't the two that we like, because I know who you're
no,
thinking of.
Ice Age is not DreamWorks.
Oh, is Ice Age Blue Sky or Big Sky or whatever?
Blue
The
Sky.
Sky animation?
After you
Yeah.
said that, I was like, I don't
But
think it's,
didn't they get bought by DreamWorks? So like
I
the
have no
some of the
idea.
sequels are DreamWorks. I think they did. I think they either got bought or they like became part of
Bought.
DreamWorks,
I
merged
think
with
it's bought
DreamWorks,
by
whatever.
Disney because it's on Disney Plus.
Oh, you might be right.
Anyway,
Let
sorry,
me
I
see
didn't mean to
if
cut
they
you
ever
off.
did. Did Blue Sky become
I
DreamWorks?
just looked it up. It just went to Disney.
Oh, cool. Who's it? What's it? Oh, they were talking about Shrek and just guessing like the entire plot of it and how it was just gonna be the teenager being like, I don't want to be in the swamp, and then him being like, I made this swamp for you, and then she like escapes the swamp. It was like, that's exactly what it's gonna be. That's 100% what the movie's gonna be.
Okay, ready? You'll know this one because I'm pretty sure you read the book as well. Pretty sure. We accept the love we think we deserve.
Oh my gosh.
Will
What
she
is
get a
that from?
point? Will
No,
she
I
get a
don't think I
point?
will. Because I recognize it like crazy, but I can't think of what it's from. Like I know, oh my gosh, what is it from?
No, you know this.
I do know it. Like I just have no idea.
is.
Hold on.
It's Emma Watson. Emma Watson. We accept the love we think we deserve.
Oh, is this from Little Women? No.
Elena's yelling at you right now. Elena's
Elena,
yelling at you right now.
Elena's screaming, I'm sorry, Elena. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I'm like, Elena, use your telekinesis and give me the answer.
It's a coming of age movie. The Perks of Being a
Oh, it's
Wallflower.
Perks of Being a Wallflower. I was gonna say it. I swear I was gonna say it before you said
No,
it.
she
Perks of Being
didn't
a
say it, but
Wallflower. When you
you don't
said
get.
coming of age, Emma
I will
Watson.
give you a half point.
Yeah, I did not read the book. No.
You didn't? I thought you
And I've
did.
only seen the movie. I've only seen the movie once. It was a great movie. But like, you know those movies that are just like, it's great, but it makes you sad. And I usually don't watch those movies twice. Like usually I'm like, that was great. I felt those emotions,
Mm.
and then I'm like, cool,
I
I'm done
thought
with
you
it.
read the book. I thought we talked about the book together,
I think
but
I may have started the book, but I don't think I
Mm.
finished it. I may have bought the book,
Oh,
but
you're a liar.
I didn't read it. Did not read that one.
That's a shame.
It is a shame, and I'm sorry, Elena, who was
Nina
screaming for Speaking
Dobrev is in it.
Wallflower.
She's in the Vampire Diaries as well. Nina Dobrev, she plays the
But she
sister.
kept her humanity on for this one.
The fact that Theo has seen the Vampire Diaries and you haven't is embarrassing.
The fact that he's seen the Vampire Diaries and likes Vampire Diaries and doesn't like While You're Sleeping makes me want to kill him.
Hey, the Vampire Diaries is great.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, what do you mean by that? The Vampire Diaries is great, Carolyn. What do you mean by that?
Oh, it's so funny.
No, it's so ridiculous. It's hilarious.
He's like, I don't like the acting in While You Were Sleeping, but I do like the acting in Vampire Diaries. I'm gonna kill
The
you.
fact that he likes Damon more than Stefan pisses me off. It's fine. I'm not upset. Was that good? Did you believe that?
I
Okay.
can't believe I didn't get Perks of Being a Wallflower. Actually, I can, because once again, I've seen that movie one time.
I feel, but I thought
I've
you
seen
would
that
get
quote
it
a million times, though.
only because we talked about it so much, and you
It's a
would
great
say,
movie.
yeah.
It was like it was a very inspiring movie for filmmaking for me, especially when I made like when we were in high school, I made a lot more teen stuff, obviously, because I was a teenager at the time.
Mhm.
And all of our coming of age movies, I usually told actors like watch Perks of Being a Wallflower. Because I usually would get like a list of movies, like watch these movies before we start
Mhm.
filming, and usually Perks of Being a Wallflower is on there.
This next one, I don't think you've seen this movie, but it's one of my top, I would say top five favorite movies. Are you
Wait,
ready?
can I make a guess of what it's going to be from
Sure.
before you say it? My
Yes.
thought was you could be putting one in from fried green tomatoes, or you could be putting one in from, oh my gosh, Practical Magic. Is it either of those? No. Okay.
It's neither of those. Those are really good ones, though.
But those are in your top 10, right? Aren't they? They're up there.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Oh, man, it really hits me in my feels. This is such a good movie. He's a good person. He wanted me before I was smart.
That's so sweet. I don't know what that's from though. I don't think I've seen it.
Oh, it's so good.
But it's
It's
a
from
sweet.
Gifted, another Chris Evans movie.
Oh, yes. I've listened to the soundtrack because you sent it to me, and the soundtrack is amazing. But I haven't
It's
seen the movie.
it's one of my favorite movies of all time. 'Cause like this little girl, like she's so smart, but it's really like a custody battle between her uncle who basically raised her up until that point and her grandma. And her grandma is really trying to use her. Anyways, so the grandmother had a daughter and she was really smart with math as well. And so the mother like used her when she was growing up, and that's why a whole bunch of stuff happens. But anyways, so she realizes that her granddaughter has the same gift. And Chris Evans' character is like, no, I know my sister wanted her to be raised as a kid and not as someone to be used. And there's a therapy scene where the therapist is talking about the uncle and the grandmother, and she says, he's a good person. He wanted me before I was smart. And I think it's so good. It's
That's
such a
so
good
cute.
movie. You gotta watch it. It brings me to tears every time. And Chris Evans is fantastic in it as well. Always. 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 You will know this one. Maybe you'll finish it with me.
Pressure's on.
Ready? Had a slight weapons malfunction, but everything's perfectly all right now. We're fine. We're all fine here. Now,
How are
thank you. How
you?
are you?
That's from Star Wars A New Hope. That's one of
It is.
Maddie knows that that's like my favorite scene in a Star Wars movie ever.
That's why I picked it.
I think it's so silly and dumb and funny. I didn't realize they do it in Star Tours. If you're in line for
I
that ride long
know.
enough, they use it, and I was like, "We're all fine here.
We
How are
did Star
you?"
Tours too many times at Disney.
Fortunately, we did do it too many times. Oh, we had a great time at Disney, guys.
We
Great.
did. We got Mandalorian for one of them.
We did. We did get Mando with Grogu. Dude, when does that movie come out? There's so many movies we have to see together this year. We have to
I
see
think
that
it's
one.
going out this summer, next summer.
We have to
Pretty
see.
sure.
I think you're right. I think it is 2026. And then we have to go see Five Nights at Freddy's 2 together.
We got a busy schedule, man. Well, you did pretty good, kid.
I know. I
You
think I
got
only missed
you
two or
got
three of them.
10. You got 10.5. Wait, 10 and a half points. You got 10 and a half points. I have 13.
Not bad.
You failed though, but it's fine. You did pretty good.
I got Ice Age right, and that's what matters.
You
That's the one
did.
that Maddie would literally never talk to me again if I got wrong.
I would
So
never talk to you again. I love that movie so much. It's so good. It has so many good tropes in it, and
I just think of those like TikToks that'll be like things that I quote with my best friend. You know those ones, or with my sister.
hmm
Yeah,
yeah.
those were ours, guys. I say honestly Flushed Away. I'm surprised Flushed Away didn't make an appearance because we quote Flushed
I
Away
didn't even
so
think about it
much.
honestly. I wrote this like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, I'm gonna need to
But
watch Flushed
it
Away.
wasn't even on my mind. It was before I changed. We had that whole conversation with Theo. And I just
There's so many
it's
movies
just
where I can't wait for him to watch them and then for him to hate them because they're all like very nostalgic to us. But if
yeah.
I watched it now without seeing it as a kid, I don't know. I don't know if I'd be like, this is the greatest movie of all time.
Yeah, he's like the acting could have been a little bit better. Hey, they're rats.
They're rats.
They're rats.
The
It's
fact that they got the
animation.
rats to act alone is crazy. And now you want to critique
Exactly.
them.
Like, do you know how many wranglers they had to have on set?
Yeah, to get the frogs to do that whole like fight scene,
They had to give
crazy work.
they had to give the frogs frostbite at one point. Like,
Yeah, and they
what
were
did
like, how
you
do we keep them
expect?
alive? You know?
Exactly. Because of the whole, oh my, like, what? They had a rat driving a boat, dude. I just don't
Yeah,
get it. I don't get it.
it's just crazy. On a micro budget of only 149 million.
That's
Isn't that
crazy.
crazy?
That's crazy.
149 million, and they only got 109 million for the movie. So it
Only.
technically flopped. I really wish, like, what I wish is that I could get a breakdown of what cost what whenever I see that. Like, and why.
Yeah.
It was
I,
probably the rat wranglers, that got
oh, for
the most
sure.
of it.
Like they
And
probably had to have one for each rat.
yeah,
And that one chick, she has like 20 siblings.
that's
Like
true.
it's a
And
lot to
all the
wrangle.
rubies that they have in that movie,
All the
all
rubies
the glass
fake and
ones, the
real.
fake ones, yeah.
They had to have a rat with like where, the had broken bones.
And the mansion where they filmed must have cost them a ton.
Exactly. Oh
Cage made
my
of gold.
gosh. And I can't
Crazy.
even talk about how they ruined that white carpet in that one scene. Like you had to pay for that.
Yeah.
When they come out of the chimney.
Yeah, and it was an accident. Like
And it was an
that was
accident.
they weren't supposed to
Yeah.
do that.
They could only do that
That was
one
an
time.
outtake, but they had to use it because they were
It
on
was
the
an
carpet.
outtake. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And they had to have a boat wave goodbye as it fell down the thing.
Yeah.
So it takes a lot.
I'm about
It
to
really
watch this
takes a
movie.
village, a rat village, to
Red
to
Village.
put together Flushed Away.
Thanks for joining us this week on Crazy Quotes.
Some of these
Yeah,
movies on this list you need to watch. Like you need to watch Notting Hill and you need
I
to
do.
watch Gifted.
Do.
It's a requirement in this friendship.
I don't have a choice.
You don't have a choice. I had to watch all of the Star Wars movies.
You had to. You excitedly did. I literally told her early in our friendship I would never make her watch movies she didn't want to watch. So I never
literally
pressured her
tied me
into
down
watching
to the couch.
Star Wars. She was like, "Oh, if you
And
don't like
she
it, that's
had
fine."
these things that kept my eyelids open the whole time, and she said, "Watch." That's what she did.
And I had Queso Stream going right next to
Yeah.
it while the movie was on. Well, you guys have a great week. We'll see you next week.
too.
Hopefully, possibly next week, if I end up having time to read the Hunger Games book, we'll talk about it because I think we should. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.